Bryce Harper homered and helping Ranger Suarez that is, and beating the Rangers for his 9th win. Mariners keep winning in the Bronx, and Mr. Bobby Witt had himself a night for Kansas City. Hello, everyone. Steve Lennox, Lennox on Baseball live stream podcast. We recap day number 55 of the Major League Baseball season. And with that, the A's losing streak is over, and I sport the new A's t-shirt. Got this when they got to 500 at 17-17. After that, they went downhill quickly. We'll recap the A's win here in just a few moments. We open up with That's Baseball, and I didn't see it watching the game last night, Guardians and Mets from Cleveland, but I saw it this morning. Jake Diekman, Mets reliever, throwing a water cooler in the dugout. Boys will be boys, right? Diekman frustrated. Ron Darling on the Mets SNY broadcast touched on the frustration building with the Mets' current rough patch, quote-unquote, rough patch. They're now season high 6 games under 500. But taking those frustrations out on a water cooler, on a bat, on a phone in a dugout, going down in the tunnel, taking those frustrations out one way or another, well, quite often and over time, that's been baseball. Let's get to it. Recapping day number 55 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Phillies home against the Rangers. Bryce Harper did hit a home run, had 2 hits, a double, and his 11th home run on the year. And supporting Ranger Suarez, who is 9-0 on the season with a 1.36 ERA. Phillies rang the bell with a 5-2 victory against the Rangers in the series opener in Philadelphia. Ranger Suarez has been just outstanding. 10 strikeouts, 1 run allowed in his outing last night. The Phillies, perfect in his 10 starts this season. Alec Boehm last night, a couple of hits, 2 RBIs. Suarez, again, has been terrific. With the win last night, Phillies 21 games, over 500 now for the season at 35-14. That is the best record in Major League Baseball. And the Rangers, they're scuffling, just 2 wins over their last 10 games as well. So the Phillies will look to try to go up 2-0 in that series on Wednesday. Yankees and Mariners continue their series in the Bronx on Tuesday night. Mariners came from behind late in the Bronx Monday night. On Tuesday, they never trailed. Beat the Yankees 6-3. Dylan Moore had a night at the dish. Moore for the Mariners going 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. Moore got the M's on the board early on with a 2-run home run, that in the 3rd inning, singled in a run to make it 4-0 in the 7th, capped his night off with a solo shot in the 9th inning. Brian Wu, strong performance on the mound for the Mariners, 6 innings, 2-hit shutout baseball. Wu now 2-0 on the season, walked no one, and struck out 7 along the way. Clark Schmidt, who's pitched very well throughout the course of the season, labored might be a good way to term it for Clark Schmidt last night. Again, he's pitched well, but he gave up 2 runs, both earned over 5 innings. Now 5-2 with the loss, just the 2nd loss for the Yankees and Schmidt's first 10 starts of the season. Anthony Volpe did have a base hit, a single in the 8th inning. Volpe has now hit safely in 14 straight games. The Mariners have taken the first 2 games of that 4-game series that continues Wednesday and wraps up on Thursday. Red Sox back to a game over 500 at the Trop in St. Pete, continuing their series on Tuesday night with the victory, winning 5-2 against the Rays. Wilyer Abreu broke a 2-2 tie RBI base hit, that in the 8th inning. Jarren Duran, a home run in the 6th inning, stole home on a double steal with Rafael Devers in the 8th inning. That made it 4-2. Reese McGuire adding 1 more for the Red Sox in the 9th inning with a home run, his 3rd on the season. And Isaac Paredes, 3 base hits, including a 2-run single in the 1st inning. He had a double, 2 RBIs as well for Tampa Bay. The Rays are scuffling again just a little bit. Rafael Devers, a walk, single, and 4 plate appearances. His streak of 6 straight games with a home run coming to an end. He did extend his hit streak to 11 straight games. The Rays scuffling, as I said, they've dropped 3 in a row, so their record right now through their first 50 games, 25-25 on the season. The 2 teams will wrap up the series on Wednesday, and this ends a stretch of playing 7 times in 11 days. They will not see each other. The Rays and Red Sox in the AL East, division rivals, they will not see each other after Wednesday until September. Pirates at home against the Giants, opening up a series at PNC Park. Pirates opened up the series with a 7-6, 10-inning victory against the Giants. Pirates got 4 runs in the 9th inning, ended it in the 10th inning when Nick Gonzalez came through with an RBI base hit. Giants just 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position, stranded 10. Tyro Estrada, Matt Chapman, both homered for the Giants. Estrada knocking in 3 runs along the way. Royals continue to win. Royals extend their win streak to 5 in a row, now 12 games over 500. Tuesday night over the Tigers, 10-3 the final. Royals knocking around Tigers starting pitcher Casey Mize. He was out of the game in the second inning. Mize charged with 6 earned runs, falling to 1-3 on the season with the loss. The Royals led 6-0 after 2, 8-0 after the first 3 innings as they got to Mize and the bullpen early on. Top 2 hitters in the lineup doing the damage for Kansas City. Ketel Garcia, 4 hits, 2 triples, RBI, 3 runs scored. Bobby Witt Jr., 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs for Bobby Witt Jr. He had a 3-run home run in the second, solo home run in the 6th inning. Salvador Perez, a couple of more base hits, picked up an RBI, 39th on the season. He had an early RBI single in the first inning for Kansas City. Royals led on the mound by Alec Marsh, gave up 3 earned runs on 5 hits over 6, did pick up the win, and now 4-1 on the year. The Reds back at home after a woeful 3-7 road trip to the West Coast. Successful return for the Reds to the Queen City, shutting out the Padres 2-0 in the series opener on Tuesday. Padres back to a game below 500, shut out for the second straight game as well. Andrew Abbott, 7 scoreless innings, combining with Fernando Cruz and Alexis Diaz on the third shutout of the season for Cincinnati. Abbott, the win, 3-4. Diaz, the save, his 8th. Reds managed just 3 base hits. And they got their 2 runs in the second inning. Up 1-0, Elly De La Cruz made it 2-0 with an RBI double. His RBI double early on, the last hit of the game for Cincinnati, but enough to win 2-0. Win also snapping the Reds' 7-game home losing streak as well. Padres, Xander Bogaerts not in the lineup for the on Tuesday. Right now dealing with a shoulder injury. It's possible that he can end up on the injured list. How about the Braves on TBS? That was a nice little surprise, taking me back to my youth, at least for a few moments on Tuesday night. That moment was over quickly. Extras at Wrigley Field Tuesday night. Nico Hoerner, RBI single. That scored Cody Bellinger. Cubs walk off with a 4-3 victory in 10 against Atlanta. No need to panic. But the Braves, you can say they're scuffling a little bit. They've now dropped 5 of their last 6. Hoerner and Dansby Swanson both returning to the lineup for the Cubs on Tuesday. Great to see them both back. Swanson had a couple of base hits. Cubs reliever Mark Leiter, big moment in this game, entered with 2 on, nobody out in the 7th inning, struck out the 3 batters that he faced to get out of that jam. Marcell Ozuna, a base hit and 4 at-bats. Ozuna's now hit safely in 14 in a row as he continues to hit all season long, certainly in the conversation for MVP. Yes, it's early. Yes, it's early. Yes, it's early, but he is off to a fantastic start. A's, the Oakland A's. If they win again against the Rockies on Wednesday, I will keep winning this T-shirt until I don't, right? Until it just stinks and I can't take it any longer. But the A's, 3 home runs, beat the Rockies, took care of it. The final home run of the night from Abraham Toro, that in the 8th inning, breaking a 4-4 tie. A's snap their losing streak, win over the Rockies 4-3. The A's' most recent losing streak ending at 8 games. J.D. Davis, Seth Brown also homering. Brown, 2-run home run in the 7th inning. And at the time, got the A's going in the right direction and tied the game up at 4-4. Mason Miller, outstanding. Struck out all 3 batters that he faced in the 9th inning to pick up the save, his 9th on the year. Ezekiel Tovar for the Rockies, 2 solo home runs, his first 2-home-run game in the big leagues. Diamondbacks and Dodgers in Los Angeles. They'll wrap up their series on Wednesday, the rubber game of the 3-game set. Ketel Marte got his base hit to extend his hit streak. More on that in just a moment. Diamondbacks Tuesday night in Los Angeles, beating the Dodgers by a score of 7-3. Jock Peterson, a couple of base hits, including a 3-run home run in the 7th inning. That put the D-backs up 7-3. Marte, 1 for 5, RBI, has now hit safely in 20 straight games. During that hit streak, 18 of the 20 games single. 1 for 3, 1 for 4, 1 for 5, 1 for 5 Tuesday night against the Dodgers. Just 2 2-hit games during the course of this current 20-game hit streak. And his batting average, I mentioned this yesterday, but his batting average going from 307 when the streak started on May 28th to 289 currently. So 1 for 5 last night. Hit streak at 20, but the batting average continues to go down. Shohei Ohtani padding the stats. Big stat night, big fantasy night for Shohei Ohtani. 2 base hits, RBI, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs scored as well. Orioles and Cardinals waited and waited and waited. Rain delay of just about 90 minutes. They decided, powers that be, you know what? We'll play more baseball tomorrow. Game last night in St. Louis suspended 1-1 in the 6th inning, and they're going to return on Wednesday, complete that game early or late morning, actually, in St. Louis, and then wrap it up with the series finale. Gunnar Henderson entering the game on Tuesday, having hit a home run in 4 straight games, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs during that stretch for Gunnar Henderson. Guardians clinch the series at home against the Mets. They're up 2-0 in that series, wrap it up on Wednesday, and have an opportunity to complete this series sweep. Mets came back, just never able to tie or go in front. Guardians win 7-6 in Game 2 of the 3-game set in Cleveland. Guardians have not trailed at any point in the series. With Tuesday's victory, they extend their win streak to 5 straight games. Guardians have also won 8 of their last 9. And now 15 games over 500. Cleveland, Kansas City, AL Central. I will sign up for that for the rest of the season. It'll be a dogfight. I don't think, we always think the AL Central, anybody can win it, but I don't know that any team in that division actually runs away with it. Hey, Tigers, Twins, have at it. Join the fray. Be in the mix there in the AL Central. But right now it's Cleveland and Kansas City, both teams playing winning baseball of late. Jose Ramirez, another solid night at the plate for the Guardians, RBI double, and the Guardians 3-run 3rd inning. Ramirez also 2-run home run in the 5th inning. Emmanuel Clase worked in his 3rd straight game Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, got the save, 15th on the year. Clase gave up a single in the 9th inning, but got Pete Alonso to hit into an impressive 3-6-1 double play to end the game. Clase was the 7th pitcher used by Cleveland on Tuesday, and David Fry also clubbing a 2-run home run in that ball game as well. That in the 6th inning to give Cleveland a 7-4 advantage. They hold on, win by a run. Mets home runs from Mark Vientos, Jeff McNeil, and Starling Marte, but with the loss now 6 games under 500, Adrian Hauser was tagged for 6 earned runs, and he took the loss, dropping to 0-4 on the season. Astros at home, 1-10, 6-5 against the Angels. That series now even at a game apiece in Houston. Astros 3 different leads, and each time, or the Angels with 3 different leads, I should say, pardon me. Angels with 3 different leads, and each time the Astros came back to tie it up, they finally went in front, won the game in the 10th inning, RBI single from Jeremy Pena. 10th comeback win of the season for the Astros, and their 3rd walk-off season as well. 3rd walk-off win of the season as well. Kyle Tucker, 2 solo home runs, now 17 on the year to lead Major League Baseball. John Singleton, number 5. Yordan Alvarez, number 9. They both left the park as well. Josh Hader, you may have read up on Josh Hader recently. Interesting that he went 2 scoreless innings, struck out 4, and got credit with the win on Tuesday for the Astros at home against the Angels. White Sox are at a 5-0 victory against the Blue Jays Tuesday night north of the border in Toronto. That series even at a game apiece. Garrett Crochet, 3rd straight scoreless outing for Crochet, gave up 2 hits over 6 shutout innings, walked 1, struck out 4. He is now 5-4 on the season with the victory. And if the White Sox only have 1 All-Star this year, you and I certainly can make an argument that that nod would belong to Garrett Crochet. He's now worked 19 straight scoreless innings. He retired 13 in a row at one point as well against the Blue Jays on Tuesday night. Michael Kopech struck out the side. All 3 hitters that he struck out in the 9th inning, all 3 caught looking. Kopech scoreless 9th inning to help preserve the shutout win. The win also snapping Chicago's 4-game losing streak. In Miami, Christian Yelich delivering with a 2-run triple in the 8th inning. That put the Brewers in front 6-5. Yelich then scored an RBI double from Willy Adames to make it 7-5. That turned out to be the final. Brewers win 7-5 against the Marlins. William Contreras, 2 for 4, double, 3 RBIs for the Brewers, who even up the series at a game apiece. Milwaukee now 3-0 in Robert Gasser's first 3 big league starts. But the soon-to-be 25-year-old roughed up a little bit, taken off the hook, no decision. Gasser went 6, did allow 5 runs, 4 earned on 10 total hits. Milwaukee's Joe Ross hits the IL as well. Ross was removed early on in Monday's game against the Marlins, and he is dealing with a lower back strain right now. So, the A's and their losing streak. The Twins do the same. And maybe, just maybe, that players-only meeting that the Twins had after the loss in D.C. against the Nationals on Monday night, maybe that players-only meeting in the clubhouse worked out, at least for the short term. That losing streak at 7 in a row for the Twins is over. 10-0 victory for the Twins against the Nationals in D.C. on Tuesday. Twins had scored just 12 runs total in losing 7 in a row. Put up 2 runs in 5 different innings against the Nationals on Tuesday night. Found that interesting looking at the box score. Byron Buxton, please, Byron Buxton, stay healthy. Stay healthy. Because when he's in the lineup, Twins are winning. When he's in the lineup, he is producing. Buxton, 2 base hits, couple of home runs, 3 RBIs. Solo shot for Buxton in the first, 2-run shot in the 5th inning. That made it 6-0. Joe Ryan said, thank you very much for the run support. Ryan now 3-3, went 7 scoreless combined with 2 relievers on the shutout win. Ryan, 3 hits allowed, 6 strikeouts along the way. Patrick Corbin tagged for 8 runs, all earned on 3 home runs. Gave up 3 home runs in taking that loss. Jose Miranda and Willie Castro also leaving the yard as well for Minnesota in that 10-0 whitewashing against the Washington Nationals. That's a wrap on day number 55 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Time now for Sugar's Random Thoughts. Did Brett Gardner ever actually officially retire from baseball? Rickey Henderson, and rightfully so, known as baseball's all-time best base stealer. But Tim Raines, certainly the other one in that conversation as well. Again, that is a wrap on day number 55 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Back at it. Plenty of day baseball around the ballparks. I'll be playing hooky and either watching or listening to some of the games along the way as well. Friendly reminder, follow us on the X at LenoxOnBaseball. We do encourage participation here. If you have a comment or you want to throw something out there, feel free. You can throw it up on our Twitter feed, on the X feed at LenoxOnBaseball. Subscribe. You can listen to the audio version of this as well via Spotify. That'll be up shortly. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well at LenoxOnBaseball. We've got some great archived interviews there. So we will talk to you again real soon. Again, that is a wrap on day number 55 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Sugar's Random Thoughts brought to you, tagging it on the backside. Sugar's Random Thoughts brought to you by the Yellow Rose of Talbot. Bed and breakfast in Easton, Maryland. Considering a stay on the beautiful Maryland Eastern Shore this spring, summer, or fall, consider a stay at the Yellow Rose of Talbot, B&B. Tell my sister Tammy and my brother-in-law Kenneth that I sent you their way. That's a wrap for us. Brian Holland, former intern for the Aberdeen Ironbirds. Take us away.
Stop talking during the anthem. Go watch Steve Lennox's new podcast because Steve is the man.